You're listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. The show that gives pastors and church leaders the clarity they need to protect their people, property, and ministry.
Welcome back to Faith Stewardship and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. I'm your host, Ron Wadley, with Insurance for Texans. We help church leaders to protect their people and property with wisdom and clarity. If you're a church leader who has opened the mail recently and felt your stomach drop, you're not alone. Today, we're talking about a question I'm hearing all over Texas right now. Why are insurance companies dropping churches? Janice is the treasurer for a smaller church in Belton. Like many faithful volunteers, she takes stewardship seriously. During a routine finance committee meeting a couple of weeks ago, they were reviewing expenses and bracing themselves for the usual increase in insurance premiums. But instead of a higher price, they received a non-renewal notice. No renewal, no negotiation, just a letter telling them their church insurance policy would not continue. As Janice started calling around, she realized something unsettling. This wasn't just happening to them. Churches all across Texas were getting the same letters, and the timing couldn't have been worse. It was the middle of hail season in Central Texas. Let's talk a little bit about why this is happening. First, Texas churches now sit in a much higher risk environment than they did even 5 years ago. Severe weather isn't new here, but the cost of that weather has changed dramatically. Hailstorms, freezes, hurricanes, and straight-line winds are producing claims that are far larger than insurance companies anticipated when many of these policies were originally priced. Churches are especially affected because of their buildings, large roofs, older construction, wide footprints. One storm can result in a 7-figure claim. Multiply that across hundreds of churches, and this is a reason why the insurance companies start pulling back fast. Second, population growth has changed the math. Areas around Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio have exploded with rapid population growth. More buildings in storm-prone regions mean more exposure. At the same time, construction costs have soared. Labor, materials, and timelines are all more expensive than they used to be. This combination has made it harder for insurers to manage their risk. This leads to the third factor most church leaders never see, which is reinsurance. Insurance companies buy insurance themselves. When reinsurance costs spike, church insurance providers either raise rates sharply, restrict coverage, or exit the market altogether. Many have chosen to leave. That's why Janice didn't just see a price increase. She saw a door close. Now here's the part that matters most for pastors and church leaders. Being uninsured, even temporarily, is far more dangerous than paying a premium you don't like. Without coverage, one accident, one storm, or one liability claim can threaten the entire church. Janice understood that quickly. She didn't need perfect coverage. She needed continuous coverage, something in place that protected the church while they worked through long-term solutions. This is where working with a specialized church insurance agency makes all the difference. A generalist agent may only have one or two options. A specialist can look across the market, structure minimum viable coverage if needed, and help a church survive a brutal insurance cycle without gambling their whole mission. That's what Janice found when she reached out for help. Not magic, not cheap shortcuts, just clear guidance, realistic options, and a plan that kept the church protected. If your church gets a non-renewal notice, it's not a moral failure and it's not personal. It's a market problem. But how you respond to it matters. Don't panic, don't ignore it, and don't go uninsured while hoping for the best. If your church has received a non-renewal notice, or you're worried one may be coming, talk with one of our Texas-based church insurance specialists at Insurance for Texans. Connect with us by going to our website at insurancefortexans.com. And if you want a deeper understanding of how to navigate uncertainty, risk, and stewardship as a church leader, I encourage you to read our book, The Promise of Certainty. It was written to help church leaders to find clarity for wise insurance decisions. Get your copy by going to thepromiseofcertainty.com. I'm Ron Wadley, and this has been Faith Stewardship and Insurance, protecting Texas churches. Until next time, remember, church insurance may feel unstable right now, but your church doesn't have to face it alone.
Thanks for listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. Until next time, remember, insurance isn't just about policies. It's about safeguarding the mission God has called you to lead.